Good morning. The next worksheet we're going to work on is called Sketch and Write the Equation for Each Line. In this handout, we're given certain information, ordered pairs, 2 points, and a y-intercept. And we have to come up with the equation and the slope. Okay, so you can do this for all of them. We'll do about 4 or 5 of them, then I'll let you finish up the rest. Again, the answers you can always check with the answer key. Starting with number 1, I want to plot the ordered pair first. So let's plot these on my grid. Over 2 and up 4. There's my first point. Second point is over 1 and up nowhere, so stay right there. So if you draw your line, okay, through your points and through the entire graph, that will help. Okay, so roughly, maybe I'm off just a little bit. Okay, so right around there. So the slope, again, slope is rise over run, so don't forget that. And I have 2 points I can use rise over run from. So starting at this point, rise up 1, 2, 3, 4, and run over 1. Again, make that right triangle. There's 4 and 1, so the slope 4 over 1. The y-intercept, they tell me, is -4. So I'm pretty close to that y-intercept actually. If I kind of redraw this line, bring it down a little bit, then I can have a more accurate line since they give me that information. So -4 is really what I want to pay attention to since it tells me what it is. So the equation, we want to always write them in y equal mx plus b form. Get to a good habit of doing that. So y equals my slope, 4 over 1, then comes your variable x plus the y-intercept, which is -4. So there would be my final answer. I'm going to circle the ones that we were doing. Okay, so give yourself a minute or two to catch on to that, and then we'll go on to number 3. Again, you can pause the video anytime if you want to go back and look at something. Number 3, we're given 2 points and the y-intercept. So I can plot the y-intercept right now. We'll put that right there at 1. Plot these 2 points. They're at over 3 and up 3. And the other point, -3, -1. So if you do them right, all 3 points should be in alignment, and it looks like they are. This time my graph is a little more accurate than the first one. And now I want to come up with the slope. Now I can do slope from any one of these 2 points. So let's pick this point right here. I'm going to just make that right triangle, and I go up 2, 1, 2, and I go over 3. So up 2, remember, rise over run. Okay, just remind yourself, rise over run. And now I can write my equation. Again, I want to write in y equals mx plus b form. So y equals my slope, which is 2 over 3. Bring my variable x along, and my y-intercept is +1. Okay, and we're all set. Number 3 is all done. Okay, going on to number 5. Plot what I know. Y-intercept at 2. First order pair is 3, -4, so go over 3, down -4. Remember, you're always plotting the x first, then the y every single time. Ordered pair -1 goes so on the x-axis, -1, and then go up 4. And if I have my 3 points, looks like they're all in alignment here. Draw my line as best you can, just doing it by hand. So it's just a sketch. Okay, now we're ready. Now let's do the slope from any 2 of these points. These look like might be the easiest. Make my little right triangle. Notice I'm starting here, and I'm going to go down 1, 2. That's -2. And I'm going to go to the right 1. So the rise is -2. The run is 1. Now I can write my equation. Y equals my slope, -2 over 1, x, plus my y-intercept, which they tell me right here is 2. And you can verify that. There it is, 2 right there as well. So there's your answers that you're looking for, those two answers. Number 7. Again, plot your three things that we know. We know negative 3, 3, 3, negative 5, and y-intercept negative 1. So plotting the y-intercept first at negative 1. Then I plot these 2 points. Negative 3, 3, and 3, negative 5 over 3, and drop down 5. And if you do it correctly, all 3 points should be in alignment. So just a quick hand sketch of that line. There we go. Now let's figure out the slope. Again, it doesn't matter which 2 out of the 3 points I pick for slope. You can do these, you can do these 2. I'm just going to select these 2 right here. So starting at this point, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 down, negative 4, and then go to the right 1, 2, 3. So my slope negative 4 over 3. And now I can write my equation up here again. Y equals mx plus b form. So y equals my slope, negative 4 over 3, bring the x along, plus my y-intercept. In this case it is negative 1, they tell me. There you go. Now if you don't like plus negative 1, you can also just write minus 1. It means the exact same thing. So y, you can do it this way too. Minus 1. These 2 equations are exactly the same, so don't worry about it if you go plus and minus 1, or if you just go minus 1. I did the same thing earlier with number 1, way up here. Let's bring it down. Here it is, plus minus 4. You can also just go 4 over 1x minus 4. That would also be okay. Okay, the rest of these I'll let you do on your own. Again, start with the 3 points you know. Plot them, find the slope, just draw those little right triangles, draw your line, and then make sure you're writing your equations in y equals mx plus b form. And you can always check your answers on the answer sheet that follows this worksheet. Okay.